Grey Swallow. Grey Swallow, 19 February 2001 August 2021, was an Irish thoroughbred racehorse and sire. In a racing career which lasted from July 2003 until October 2006, he competed in 5 countries and won 6 of his 15 races. He was unbeaten in 2 races as a 2-year-old, including the Killavullan Stakes, and won the Leopardstown 2000 Guineas Trial Stakes on his first appearance of 2004. After being placed in both the 2000 Guineas and the Irish 2000 Guineas, he recorded his most important success when defeating the Derby winner North Light in the Irish Derby. As a 4-year-old, he defeated a strong field to win the Tattersalls Gold Cup, but did not win again in Europe. He was campaigned internationally in 2006, winning the Jim Murray Memorial Handicap in California. At the end of his racing career, he was retired to become a breeding stallion in Australia. Background: Grey Swallow was a grey horse bred in Ireland by Marguerite Weld, the mother of the trainer Dermot Weld. He is probably the best horse sired by the multiple Group 1 winner Daylami, from whom he inherited his colour. His dam, Style of Life, won 2 minor races as a 3-year-old in 1988, and was a sister of the Ballacora Stakes winner Seasonal Pickup. She produced at least 6 other winners. In September 2002, the yearling was consigned by the Piper's Hill stud to the Tattersalls Houghton sale at Newmarket, and was bought for 150,000 guineas by the bloodstock agents McKeever St. Lawrence. He entered the ownership of Rachel Quinn and was sent into training with Dermot Weld at the Carragh, County Kildare. Racing career: 2003 2-year-old season. Grey Swallow made his racecourse debut in a 7-furlong maiden race at Galway Racecourse on 28 July 2003. He took the lead entering the straight and drew away from the opposition to win by 10 lengths in impressive style. The colt was off the course for 3 months before starting 4/9 favourite for the Group 3 Killavullan Stakes at Leopardstown Racecourse. He took the lead 1.5 furlongs from the finish and accelerated clear of his 3 rivals, winning by 8 lengths. 2004 3-year-old season. Grey Swallow's second season began on 18 April when he started the 4/9 favourite for the 2000 Guineas Trial Stakes over 1 mile at Leopardstown. He took the lead inside the final furlong, but was unable to pull away from his rivals, winning by a head from Meath, an Aidan O'Brien-trained colt, to whom he was conceding £5. On his next appearance, the colt was sent overseas for the first time when he was one of 14 runners for the British Classic 2000 Guineas over the Rolling Mile course at Newmarket. He started slowly and was never able to reach the leaders, and finished 4th behind Hoft, Snowbridge and the John Oxes-trained Azummer. 3 weeks after his run in England, Grey Swallow started second favourite behind Azummer for the Irish 2000 Guineas at the Carragh Racecourse, but the 2 Irish colts were beaten into 3rd and 2nd places respectively by the British-trained outsider Bachelard. On 27 June, Grey Swallow was moved up in distance for the Budweiser Irish Derby over 1.5 miles at the Carragh. The race attracted North Light, Rule of Law, Let the Lion Roar, and Percussionist, the colts who had finished 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in the Derby earlier in the month, and Grey Swallow started the 10/1 4th choice in a field of 10 runners. The grey colt raced behind the leaders before moving up to 3rd place behind North Light and Rule of Law, with a 1/4 mile left to run. He overtook North Light just inside the final furlong and stayed on to defeat the English Derby winner by half a length. After the race, Smullen said, "I knew he had the speed to beat them if he stayed the trip, and that's how I rode him. When we started to make our challenge, I knew that we would be able to outspeed them. I'm more happy for him than I am for me." Dermot Weld said, "This was a very good Derby, and an extra special win as he was bred by my mother, who also owns part of him." After a break of 2.5 months, Grey Swallow returned for the Irish Champion Stakes over 1.25 miles at Leopardstown on 11 September, in which he was matched for the first time against older horses. He started the 9/2 second favorite in a field which included Doyen, Rakti, Azimur, and Powerscourt. He reached third place in the straight, but made no impression in the closing stages, finishing fourth of the 8 runners behind Azamur. For his final appearance of the season, Grey Swallow was sent to France to contest the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe over 2,400 metres at Longchamp Racecourse, with his owners paying a supplementary fee of EUR 60,000 as the colt had not been among the original entries. He started second favourite behind Northlight, but weakened quickly in the straight and finished 18th of the 19 runners behind Bago. 2005 4-year-old season. In 2005, Grey Swallow raced in the colours of Murray Roseblood stock. He made his debut in the Group 1 Tattersalls Gold Cup over 10.5 furlongs at the Corragh on 22 May and started third choice in the betting behind Bago and Azamur. Smullen, riding on his 28th birthday, settled the grey in fourth place before moving steadily forward in the straight to take the lead 1.5 furlongs from the finish. In the closing stages, he held off the late challenge of Bago to win by 3/4 of a length. Dermot Weld described the winner as brave and tough as well as being talented. He did get a bit tired towards the finish, but that was understandable. After a break of 2 months, Grey Swallow contested Britain's most prestigious all-aged race, the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Stakes, which was run that year at Newbury Racecourse. Starting the 100/32nd favourite, but after making a forward move with a half a mile to run, he faded in the closing stages and finished 7th of the 12 runners behind Azamur. The horse's next race was the Irish Champion Stakes in September, in which he faced a field which included Azamur, Motivator, Oratorio, and Alexander Goldrun. He reached third place in the straight but was unable to maintain his challenge and finished 6th behind Oratorio, beaten almost 7 lengths by the winner. On his final appearance of the year, he was sent to Canada for the Pattison Canadian International Stakes at Woodbine Racecourse. He finished third behind Relaxed Gesture, but was demoted after an inquiry by the racecourse stewards found that Smullen had struck the fourth-placed finisher Electrocutionist with his whip in the straight. 2006 5-year-old season. In the early summer of 2006, Grey Swallow was sent to North America for 2 races in which he was owned by Vega FCE and ridden by Alex Solis. On 13 May, carrying top weight of 121 pounds, he started 3/5 favourite for the Grade Roman II Jim Murray Memorial Handicap at Hollywood Park Racetrack. Solis sent the horse into the lead early in the straight, and he drew away to win by 5 lengths from Breckenbeacon. Daily Racing Form reported that his performance had raised the bar for turf horses in America. 4 weeks later, Grey Swallow started third favourite in a 7-runner field for the Grade I Manhattan Handicap at Belmont Park. He was restrained by Solis in the early stages and was still 3 lengths off the pace entering the last quarter mile. He produced a strong late run on the outside, but finished third, beaten a head and a neck by Cacique and Relaxed Gesture. Grey Swallow was then bought by Peter Rosethorn for a sum of between a $4 sum and a $6 sum and was sent to compete in Australia, where he was trained by Dale Sutton. He made no impact on his only start for his new connections, finishing last of the 12 runners behind Fields of Omagh in the Cox Plate on 28 October. Assessment and honours. In the 2004 World Thoroughbred Racehorse Rankings, Grey Swallow was given a rating of 123.7 pounds, the leader Ghost Zapper, making him the 9th best racehorse in the world. In the following year, he was rated 122, making him the 20th best racehorse in the world, 8 pounds behind the top-rated Hurricane Run. In 2006, his rating dropped to 119, and he was rated 44th in the world. Stud record. Grey Swallow was retired from racing to stand as a breeding stallion in Australia, based at the Woodside Park Stud in Victoria. He died from a heart attack at Willow Hill Equestrian in Virginia in August 2021, aged 20. Pedigree Pedigree references equals